Girls with Bibles about to teach. Brace yourselves.
Let's get taught by this woman.
Worshipped idols. And so when you make up ideas about God and about Jesus, and you have all these traditions and rituals and all of this religion that's not even based in scripture, you will become dark and confused. Jesus'
Luther
light,
would burn you.
the way is narrow. Satan, his number one thing that he wants to do is just get us a little bit off course. If he even so slightly gets our focus off of Jesus, he can literally wreak havoc in your lives.
Yeah.
It's so easy for him to just, because things seem innocent, it's not that big of a deal, it's not evil, but he is the focus, and you can't
Don't pause it, Rob. Don't do it.
Times are tough. It's crucial.
Let her
There's
cook.
urgency. We have to be as close to Jesus and as focused on Jesus as humanly possible. You have to read the Bible.
Let her
Everything
cook.
that
Let
we've
her
said
cook.
today
Let her cook.
means virtually nothing if you yourself are
Someone
not.
goes, "Oh, F, I'm going to need a box of wine to get through this."
All right, listen though. Here's the thing. I don't want to just trash. We have to.
No,
because-
let's just trash it.
No, well, here's the thing. Especially when we do the next clip.
Because you want to share this with Ruslan, don't you?
Yeah, I'm probably going to send it to him because I want to critique it properly. Like, I don't want to critique it like typical us. I want to critique it properly. Because he does try to defend. He does try to defend Orthodox and Catholics, but he butchers a lot. Like, he gets a lot wrong, and we're gonna have to actually like break that down. Now, this girl is just an airhead, and I don't know how people like that brand of Christianity. Like, I'm just baffled by it
because it doesn't call them to do anything or
actually
believe anything.
There's one basic reason why. It's because we, especially in the West, though not uniquely in the West, but we in the West are narcissistic. And Protestantism fits perfect for narcissism. Now, again, I'm not saying everyone who's a Protestant is a narcissist, but what I'm saying is that the idea that it's me, God, and the Bible, where essentially you become your own pope, is a very narcissistic way to look at the church and Christianity. And so that's why it feels comfortable, where it's like all that tradition and doctrine and theology, and how they just even throw out the word religion as if it's bad. That's just a stand-in for organized, structural, hierarchical religion. It's too much. It's not God and me and my Bible. It's too much. And so that's what it is. It's just, I'm not saying she's a narcissist, but I'm saying that whole mindset is rooted in that mentality.
Yeah, all of us are privy
we can all
to that.
do
it. All of us are like prone to that danger, right? Like, even especially now when we're in the Catholic Church and the hierarchy are not teaching things clearly, like, we can fall into a mindset of my version of Catholicism.
Yeah,
it's
my catechism and God. Exactly.
That girl Farming in Jesus wrote on Twitter, Mary is no more holy than you or me. Like, to say something like that. So I said the vulgar display of pride in Protestant women is astounding. They actually think they could be the mother of God. Like,
I love this. Written by
reminds me of.
That's funny.
The idea that they like so it's not that they think Mary is just a sinner like me. Is that they think they are perfect like the mother of God. Mm-hmm. Like, that's actually the mentality they really have. It's not
could be her.
Like the average Protestant woman thinks God could have just picked anybody like her, and she could have been the mother of Jesus. Like, they could have been the mother of God. And it's like that they read the entire story of salvation history and they sum it up by going, well, I could act any way I want because Jesus will pay the price for all my bad deeds. Like, that's actually the summation of what, like, that's.
And isn't that kind of narcissistic? Which is my point. It's like, if I can be the mother of God, and then again with that extreme forms of Protestantism where it's like, it doesn't matter what I do, God has already saved me. I'm like, that's spiritual.
You want to know what's a good example to use, which I used the other day? They're all these Protestant women were in like furious over the patriarchy Hannah ordeal.
Oh yeah,
right. Yeah. Patriarchy Hannah comes along and she hoodwinks all of these Protestant Christian women. A lot of Catholic women too, I think. But hoodwinks all these women, and they share their lives with this girl. They're sending her, and then it turns out the girl's a complete fraud, like a total freaking fraud, And she was, just like an absolute fraud. This girl, And everybody put their trust in her. So like all these women are furious about it. And I'm like, I made the point, like, okay, well, what if she repents, right? Now, if she repents, the damage she did to all of you, it's not like just because she repented between her and Jesus that she will not have to face consequences for her actions. Like that is the beauty of purgatory. There's nothing more logical than the Catholic teaching on purgatory, that, and it should put fear in all of us too, that we don't get to just go and do whatever we want, then go to confession and the slate is wiped completely clean. Like God's justice demands that a price be, like, justice demands that there be consequences for your sin.
You know, if something like that happened with our show, it would be like people finding out that you don't work construction and you have a PhD and you don't have an accent.
Like it actually would be something like that. But the idea that like you can just do whatever you want and then just, you know, well, Jesus died for my sins, and that there's no hierarchy in heaven, and that everybody just gets the reward at the end of the thing. Like, no, there's a justice to God, and it would be unjust for there not to be a purgatory. Like it would be unjust. God would not actually be, you could not give him justice as one of his divine attributes, and you have to.
Yeah. Plus, it wouldn't make any sense. Like one of the clips I actually really liked of Jimmy Akin's debate with James White, even though I had some issues with that debate, was he basically just asked James, like, okay, are you experientially righteous right now? Meaning, like, are you just perfect right now? No. Okay. But you will be perfect in heaven, right? Yes. Okay. Well, how do you go from broken to perfect through death? And James can't answer that, but that's exactly what purgatory is. It's like fixes you out. But I think that the issue is it's like we don't want to, the Protestant mind doesn't want to, I think, grapple with these things. And so therefore they'll push these things off.